Hello, 8th grade scholars. Today's ELT is an excellent way to review for our unit test tomorrow. So the first thing you're going to do is write a rule to describe each transformation. So I look at my original triangle or my old triangle and I look what happened to make it the new. I see that these triangles are exactly the same except this one is flipped over the x-axis. So I know that this is a reflection across x-axis. So to see what happens, if you don't remember the rule yet, when I look at point S, it's 1, 2, 3, negative 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 5. S prime becomes negative 3, positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as I notice my x values are staying the same. My y value changed to the opposite sign. So the rule, whenever we reflect over the x-axis, is x, comma, negative y. For number 2, when I look at number 2, I see that all of my points are in exactly the same place, except I just shifted over. So this is going to be a translation. So to figure out the rule, look at M. To go from M to M prime, I'm going over to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm going to the right, I'm adding 4 to my x value. And then to get to M, I go up 1. So that would be my y plus 1. And that's my rule. When I look at number 3, I see that I'm at completely opposite sides of the coordinate plane. I also see that my position or orientation has changed. E was on the bottom and then E prime is on top. So this is a rotation, which shout out to 4B. We are doing rotations today. So I am starting here and I'm rotating this triangle in the counterclockwise direction. And I'm going 90, 180 degrees. And that's it. That's the rule for rotations. Number 4 is a transformation you have already done. So I'm going to let you try that one by yourself. And then number 5 as well we've already done. So I'm going to let you do that by yourself. So 6, rotation 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. So 90 degrees clockwise means, and this is, I'm just quoting our rules, that my x and y are going to switch places and my x becomes negative. So this is going to rotate down here. I'm going 90 degrees. So my V, W, U, and T, I need to know what those points are first. So V is 2 up 3, W is 1 up 2, U is 4 negative 1, and T is 3 negative 3. So to get V prime, my y and x change places. So my y goes in front, My x goes in back, but it also changes sign. So from 2, it goes to -2. So W prime. Same thing, my x and y are going to flip-flop, and my x is going to become the opposite sign. So it's going to be 2, -1. And then U prime. Okay, so my y and x are going to flip-flop, so this -1 goes in front, this 4 goes in back, but it becomes negative. And then T prime, my y goes in front, and then my x goes in back, and it changes sign. So these are my new points. 3, -2 would be V prime. 2, -1 is W prime. U prime is -1, -1, 2, 3, 4. T prime is -3, -3. And then I connect my points, and I get the rotated figure. So this went like this. Number 7 is a bit different. We're reflecting across the x-axis. So I'm reflecting across the x-axis, or the y-axis, I'm sorry, I'm going like this. So my y stays the same. X changes. Another way to write this would be -x, comma y. So when I reflect it over the y-axis, I look at D, it's 1 to the left, so I'm going to make my new D prime. 1 to the right, I'm just reflecting. E is 2 to the right, I'm going to make E prime 2 to the left. C is 1, 2, 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3 to the right will be C prime, and then I just, okay, that was really bad. Sorry. I'm trying to write as I look through the iPad. Okay, and there we go. That is a reflected image. Now for number 8, it's the same thing except you reflect over the x-axis. So I go like this. Number 9 is a translation. 2 units right. That means x plus 2. I'm going to move each point 2 units right. 1 unit down. That means y minus 1. So I start with y. I need to go 1, 2 to the right, and then 1 down. This is my new y, or y prime. X. 1, 2, 1 down. This is x prime. So notice I'm preserving the shape. They were exactly across from each other here. They're still across from each other here. So when you do any of these, you're not changing the shape. W, I go 1, 2, and I go down. This is W prime. And then Z, I go 1, 2, and I go 1 down, Z prime. And there's my translated image. After you do that, you have practice. This is also really good review for our test, guys. Practice with your angles, and then you have some equations. Most important things to focus on today, though, are what the video consists of and those angle measures.